Here's Frazier out of the backfield as Frazier is knocked out the 30-yard line, which just showed you. You go back to 1978, you go back to 2013. They had 20-zip leads at the half there. Georgia roared.
They're down for that last hit. I think that might have been cornerback Zachary Toby.
Injured. Katie, what can you tell us?
Yeah, as you guys could imagine, Brent Key is really pleased with the way his defense has played so far. He said
He's right, too. Tyler Santucci, their defensive coordinator, has been doing an outstanding job in this game. And you go back and take a look at that last hit. Ready to go down and have injuries here in recent weeks. And Zachary Toby, a big physical corner, only a sophomore.
College football
to beat South Carolina tomorrow.
Clemson or Miami against SMU for the ACC championship. Downfield incomplete. Dominic Love.
Talk about all the drops and contested drops. That's just a play Dominic Love.
They're down 4. Beck trying to find an option. Georgia Tech defense swarming, and it's incomplete. It was short of Arian Smith.
One thing I thought Carson Beck had been doing a better job of in recent weeks is when things weren't open downfield, just trusting his own athleticism to take off and take matters into your own hands to get the first down. He's got that kind of ability as a runner. And you see some frustration now on the sideline between Carson Beck. That's a team leader, Tate Ratledge, your right guard, trying to pick his quarterback up, but the drops and the inconsistencies and the fumbles, all the things that have gone wrong for this offense, starting now to take its toll.
You have halftime to talk it over, to set a tone on that opening drive, and instead it's the third 3 and out of the evening for the Dogs as they scatter away from this Brett Thorson punt. And it takes a roll inside the 15-yard line.
We got to be impressed with Haynes King, how tough he's been in this one. Knowing he's probably not 100% since that injury against UNC. They've called on him time and time again to run the football. Tough running in between the tackles. Even when things weren't perfect, he's getting the snap early, but no one's really out there blocking for him. He's making positive things happen. We've seen him get involved blocking as well. This play was simply unbelievable. His ability to keep his balance. And then how about the stretch by Haynes after the catch for the score? Been very efficient, Joe. He's kept the offense on schedule. He hasn't turned it over. He hasn't been making bad decisions. That's got to continue for Georgia Tech.
He's going to run the ball to start this second half. Goes for maybe 1.5 yards. So he gets hurt, Jesse, against North Carolina on October 12th, shoulder injury. And then the big upset of Miami, he ran the ball 20 times for nearly 100 yards. Came up big with
and they're doing it again here, Joe. That's the strategy, obviously, is to run the ball, keep the time of possession on your side. But give Georgia's defense credit there, Joe, because we haven't seen that happen in a long time. Winning first down. And now putting Haynes King in this offense behind the sticks a little bit in a more predictable passing situation.
2nd and 9. They set up the screen as he goes to Singleton. He gets out to the 16-yard line.
You absolutely have to be able to get off the field right now if you're Georgia on defense here. Forcing a 3, and that would be massive for their confidence and the momentum. There's a substitution by Georgia defensively. Damon Wilson, true sophomore number 10 on the field, one of their best pass rushers. We talked about Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, all these guys up front for Georgia. Somebody has got to be able to win and get home.
Can they do it on 3rd and 5? Here's King. Incomplete. Georgia defense does their job.
Malachi Starks in coverage, right blanket coverage behind the intended receiver that time. And Georgia defense trying to pin their ears back. That time lining everybody up in a gap, a little bit of a stump, but just better coverage on the back end for the Bulldogs. Malachi Starks, to me, is the best player on this Georgia roster. You simply can't cover any better than that.
Now the Irishman from Castle Island, County Kerry, Ireland, David Shanahan, on to punt for the first time tonight as Anthony Evans is back deep for Georgia. Oh, he muffs it! He muffs it! And Georgia able to recover it. But it has been a sloppy evening, hasn't it?
No, it really, really has. That time, Anthony Evans trying to come up, field that punt.
A.J. Bolden able to recover.
See right there, some contact. He's never even had it in his hands. And very, very fortunate that stays with Georgia.
See the urgency. Kirby Smart. This was him saying, we need another man out there.
Yeah, that time off return. Dwight Phillips was late getting on the field.
Good starting field position for this second drive of the second half. Here's the reverse, and it's Arian Smith. And he's got a lot of room in front. Arian Smith lowers the shoulder and is down near the 20-yard line. Chunk play, Dogs, 30 yards.
Well, it's the toss to Cash Jones this way that gets all of this fast flow from Georgia Tech going the backside. And then they bring the reverse with Arian Smith. And how about Xavier Truss? 6'7", 320-pound right tackle. Look at big fella, 73. Just out there in space trying to get a block. Arian Smith finishes the run.
30 yards on the reverse. Beck. Short of London Humphreys.
Well, Carson Beck is trying to stay aggressive, and he's trying to take shots down the field. We've seen him now with a couple back shoulder throws. Trying to put it on in a perfect position away from the defender. But I like Carson Beck's attitude here. He's not getting gun shy. He's still out there trying to take opportunities and give his guys a chance against this secondary that is down multiple cornerbacks.
Second and 10. Frazier. 2.5 yards. Third down from there. Kevin Harris with the tackle.
Well, one of the biggest improvements Georgia Tech's defense has made this year has been third down. Last year, they were the worst in the ACC, but under Tyler Santucci, their first-year D coordinator, they're now second best in the conference, and they throw a lot of different mixed looks at you up front. They try to line guys up in different gaps. You can't tell who's blitzing, who's not. And they've had some success early in this game on third down, getting off the field. You see it
tomorrow night's Texas A&M rivalry game. ACC championship. Only two top 12 teams. SMU against either Clemson or Miami. SMU clinched a spot in the championship game last week when they beat Virginia.
It's pretty simple there. Miami beats Syracuse. It's Miami going to the ACC championship. If they lose to Syracuse, it's going to be Clemson. We mentioned earlier, you know, Clemson's playoff hope.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
So it is Georgia football.
Nate Frazier, a true freshman, breathing a sigh of relief in that moment. Cash Jones and Roderick Robinson in now at running back. And Chaz Chambliss, I think, the linebacker in goal line situations. He's now going to play fullback. We've seen this before against Tennessee. It's a little bit of a new wrinkle in Mike Bobo's goal line offense. It's going to be a quick huddle. They're going to get lined up quickly and try to go fast.
And there he is, the linebacker. Robinson is the tailback in the I formation. Play action off of it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. Oscar Delp.
And that's a great wrinkle by Mike Bobo calling plays, because the only time this year they've had Chambliss in at fullback, they ran the football. So they're faking it this way, and it's Oscar Delp who's going to fight his way out here on the corner route and score. It's a nice job of Carson Beck just holding on to the very last possible second, and that's the answer the Bulldogs needed. And they're going for two, Joe.
Go for Dose, brought to you by Dos Equis. Of course, many coaches will look at the big deficit. The analytics will say, hey, listen, grab the 8 if you can. That's what Kirby Smart is going to do here. Going for two as they finally get on the scoreboard. Beck swinging it around to Lovett, and Lovett is denied. Flags come down. We will check on that.
And he's proving that to everyone else. He elevates the play of everyone around him, but Key was still very irritated by leaving points on the field and not capitalizing in the red zone. He wants to get back to that here in the second half, guys.
See the numbers on Haynes tonight. Big play moments ago just to get out of trouble. Second and 3s. He gets it to Rutherford. Rutherford will dart ahead for that line to gain.
Yeah,
First down.
really impressed with Haynes King's unselfishness, especially these last couple weeks. In the last 2 games, he's been mostly quarterback run guy, handed off guy. Against NC State, he only played 19 snaps of that game, but he understood his role. He understood that he had to share time with true freshman Aaron Philo in order to get the win. Now you're seeing him here back closer to healthy with the ability to throw it downfield. He's having a massive impact in this one. Just a tremendous leader these last several weeks.
First down, he's going to pull it. He's going to go underneath to the tight end, Hawks. That had a little bit of everything in that RPO, didn't it?
Yeah, it does. And the handoff again to Hayes, it just sort of freezes all those linebackers in the middle of the field for Georgia, including C.J. Allen that time, and that allows Haas to get outside into the flat. You know, that play, that fake handoff tight end flat, that's becoming seemingly everybody's favorite play on offense now in college football.
Second and 4. King. Here's Alexander, met right at midfield immediately by
Quarterback coach before the game, he said, listen, he doesn't look like he's running fast all the time. That guy can scoot. He could motor. And Jalen Walker, one of the best athletes in the entire country. Just go back and watch the game against Texas. And that time, Haynes King was able to keep his distance away. Did a really smart thing. Just throw 3rd and 11.
Just 40% of the season on 3rd down. They're 6 of 10 tonight. 3rd down and 11. King pressured. He's going to try to run it himself. Kept his balance. Look at this, getting extra yardage. It'll be 4th down and 2.
But because of that, Brent Key might go for this now. All of a sudden, that extra effort put them in position to maybe now stay on the field.
There is no way that you thought in any way he was going to get that yardage on that play. And all of a sudden he goes for 8 yards.
Look at him now, too.
That is a fighter right there.
He is tired. He is beat up. He's banged up. He came into this game injured, and he is just laying it on the line. Expect some form of zone read here, Joe.
4th down for Georgia Tech.
Look at Haynes King at the line of scrimmage in command, making sure his tight end's lined up in the right place.
Play clock is counting down. And a timeout is going to have to be used. Haynes King does it again. Chain mover.
That time they're faking the pitch to Jamal Haynes, and they're just buying some time to pull the left guard, get the tight end around in the extra body and the point of attack. And we talk about Haynes King and the strong running style, just always falling forward, getting push. And just like when they played Miami, staying on the field, leading the clock, really constricting this game. It's worked all night long.
Great job by the true freshman Harrison Moore on the block there. Jamal Haynes, he goes ahead for just 1.5 yards. By the way, let's talk about how this game began, because Jamal Haynes seemingly looked like he was wrapped up for about a 2-yard gain and just kept busting loose and went for 44 yards. It set a tone.
Good point. We're talking a lot about Haynes King and the plays he's making, but how about Jamal Haynes as well? Not just that first run, but what about on the touchdown catch at the end of the first half, stretching it out over the pylon? They've had multiple guys making tremendous individual efforts, no doubt came into this game confident, motivated, they're playing like it.
Second and 8. King hooks up with the big tight end. Another first down. Jackson Hawes.
A really nice job of Hawes that time. He's running a stick route. He's playing off the leverage of the defender. When he sees him go outside, he's able to just hook it up, and him and King right on the same page. Defender's leverage is going to go this way. Hawes just going to work and turn around. Right to the inside. That's a perfect job of executing a stick route. Man coverage, you can break it outside zone. Based on where the defender is, you hook up.
This long, time-consuming drive by Georgia Tech. This is the 13th play. RPO, here's Singleton. And just remember the field position, that compromised field position that they started with. They're eating away the clock here in the third quarter.
And you're seeing what's so difficult to stop about this offense is all the misdirection, and then that play there is basically triple option. You're taking the handoff, quarterback might run. Instead he spits it out. Ball can be so many different places, virtually at the same time.
Time of possession overwhelmingly in favor of the Yellow Jackets. 2nd and 9. King's going to run again. He gets loose. He spins free. And it's 1st and goal. Haynes King.
That time running straight ahead. It looks like he ran right into Smile Munden. Was able to bounce off it and just keep his legs going.
Extraordinary effort, Jesse.
Yeah, again, just refusing to go down and being smart. Ball security at a premium, obviously, at this point of the field. And Georgia does not have any answers right now for the quarterback run game.
There was a penalty early in this drive that backed them up to their own 2-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal. Haynes works his way to the 8-yard line. Ingram Dawkins with the tackle.
And you absolutely have got to get a stop.
Đập gậy gì chả. Cái cọ chì gậy trong cái giáo đường đó.
Không hiểu tiếng Việt cắt. Đu bàn, nói bây giờ tới đấy đu bàn. Cho anh vào tiếng